Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Salam UiTM di hatiku. The Honourable Yang Berusaha Profesor Madya Dr. Ismadi Mat Badarudin, Deputy Dean of Student Affairs of Computer and Mathematical Sciences UiTM, Yang Berusaha Professor Mathematical Sciences UiTM Mathematical Sciences UiTM, the esteemed Dr. S. Raja Muhammad, Associate Professor and Head of Department Computer Science and Engineer. Good morning to all the guests, respected lecturers, fellow students and participants joining us from India and UiTM.
As a symbol of respect, unity, and patriotism, I would now like to invite everyone to stand for the singing of Negaraku, followed by Wawasan Setiawarga UiTM.
Bersatu kita warga UiTM, kita bangsa perkasa, taat dan setiaku untuk negara, penuh semangat wajar. Kita jangan mudah terlupa pengorbanan perjuangan anak bangsa. Kita jangan mudah terleka kemajuan keamanan yang ada. Kita berterima kasih pada pemimpin-pemimpin negara. Kita rasa penuh bersyukur kerahmatan kemuliaan darinya. Kamilah pendukung pewaris bangsa, kamilah pejabat bangsa Malaysia, kamilah warga berwawasan untuk negaraku.
Before we proceed further, I would like to invite Adnan Rijal bin Abdul Rauf to lead the recitation of Dua. With all due respect, please welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين اللهم إنك خلق العظيم إنك سميع عليم إنك غفور رحيم إنك رب العرش العظيم إنك البر الجواد الكريم. O Allah, you are the creator of all mankind and the source of all wisdom. We thank you for bringing us together across borders, oceans, and time zones today for this Sulam International Webinar Digital Ethic 101 Ethic in AI for Higher Education. We ask you to pour down your mercy, blessing, and infinite guidance upon every organizer, speaker, and participant logged into this virtual space. Allahu ya Karimu ya Rahim. Bless this educational initiative. Guide our minds so that we can bridge the gap between classroom theory and real world practice. Give us the sincerity, compassion, and passion to use our education and skill to solve community issues and uplift the society around us. Ya fa'alul lima yurid. O Allah, grant clarify of tongue and confidence to our speakers and open the hearts of our audience to absorb beneficial knowledge. We seek your protection against any technical failures, internet disruption, or distraction that could compromise our program. Make this webinar a source of inspiration, smooth collaboration, and immense success. ربنا عليك توكلنا وإليك أنبنا وإليك المصير. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin, Amin, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Thank you to Adnan Rijal for the meaningful recitation just now. May today's program run smoothly and bring beneficial knowledge to all participants.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the International Webinar, Digital Ethics 101, Ethics in AI for Higher Education. We are pleased to be MC of ceremony for today's program. My name is Safa Atifah binti Muhammad Puad, and together with my co-MC,
My name is Muhammad Hakimi Benodin. We will now be guiding you throughout today's session. On behalf of organizing committee, we would like to warmly welcome and thank everyone for joining this meaningful international webinar. Today's program offers an opportunity for us to explore the ethical aspect of artificial intelligence and its impact on modern society. As AI technology continues to grow rapidly, discussion on responsibility, fairness, and ethical awareness are becoming more important in shaping a better digital future. Without further ado, I would like to invite the Deputy Dean of Student Affairs of Faculty of Computer and Mathematical Sciences, Professor Madya Dr. Ismadi Badaruddin, to deliver the opening speech for this program.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and good morning to everyone. First and foremost, thank you to the Master of Ceremony for the warm introduction. This esteemed Prof. Terrorist Dr. Ahmad Zia Al-Sufi Muhammad Jeffrey, Deputy Dean of Academic Faculty of Computer and Mathematical Sciences, UITM, Associate Professor Terrorist Dr. Sofianita Mutalib, Head of Student Center for Computer Science, Madam Saidatul Raha Hamidi, Coordinator of Sulam Program, Professor Terrorist Dr. Anitawati binti Muhammad Luqman, Program Advisor for CDCS 251, Puan Nordiana binti Misran, Program Advisor for CDCS 230, and Dr. S. Raja Muhammad, Associate Professor and Head of Department Computer Science Engineering. Student and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Alhamdulillah, praise to be Allah SWT, by whose grace and blessing we are able to gather here today. Let me extend a warm welcome to our honored guests and participants. I'm indeed pleased that FSKM has been entrusted to host Sulam International Webinar Digital Ethic 101 Ethic in AI for Higher Education. This webinar serves as an important platform to introduce the community on key ethical issues. Undeniable, This event is possible with great assistance and support from our strategic partner, KIT Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, we believe in an era where the advancement of artificial intelligence has altered almost every aspect of our life. It has shaped our industries and changed the way we interact with the world around us. However, it is crucial to implement this technology correctly. AI may cause more harm than good if we ignore ethical concerns surrounding it. Therefore, today's discussion plays a vital role in integrating technology and morality. The theme Digital Ethic 101 Ethic is AI for Higher Education speak to the urgent need for responsibility and integrity within our academic environment. Making ethical decisions regarding the use of AI in teaching, learning, and research is increasingly challenging. When facing uncertain situations such as navigating academic honesty or the appropriate use of AI tools, we need to look from different educational perspectives and act responsible. Our action and policy today will have a profound impact on the integrity of our education system. Thus, this program will become a space where our young, intelligent mind can actively discuss and investigate these unique academic challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion to today's event, I would like to acknowledge all those who have helped in making today's event successful. It is due to the hard work of everyone here that event become a reality. Congratulations to the organizing committee for all their effort and commitment in making sure that everything works perfectly in this program. It is because of your effort and today was a success. I would like to thank our speakers as well for sharing with us your views regarding ethics in computing. Hopefully, all of us will get inspiration from your thoughts today. To all respected guests and participants, I hope you found today's session meaningful and that is encouraged you to reflect on the ethical responsibilities we hold as a computing professional. Let us carry this lesson forward in our studies and our future careers. Today, we can strive to build a digital world that is not only innovative but also ethical and responsible. With that, thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Professor Madya Dr. Ismadi Badarudin, for your insightful opening remarks and for officiating our webinar today. We are truly grateful to have you with us.
To provide further insights, I would now like to invite our program advisor, Professor Technologist Dr. Anita Wati binti Muhammad Luqman, to deliver her speech.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everyone. First and foremost, thank you for the MC for the warm introduction. The esteemed Professor Madya Dr. Ismail Mat Badarudin, Deputy Dean Student Affairs at FSKM UiTM, Professor Technologist Dr. Ahmad Zia Ul Saufi Muhammad Jabiri, Deputy Dean Academic and International FSKM UiTM, Associate Professor Technologist Dr. Zofia Nita Talib, Head of Study Center for Computing Sciences, FSKM UiTM, Puan Saidatul Raha, Sulam Coordinator FSKM UiTM, Puan Nodiana binti Misran, Program Advisor FSKM UiTM, Dr. S. Raja Muhammad, Associate Professor and Head of Department Computer Science and Engineering at IT India. Students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's academic session. As highlighted by our Deputy Dean, we are currently navigating a significant technology paradigm shift. Therefore, it is essential to consider the direct applications of this shift for our students and future competing professionals. This Sulam International webinar, Digital Ethics 101 Ethics in AI for Higher Education, model has been meticulously designed to address these very considerations. Presently, artificial intelligence applications are increasingly accessible and integrated into our daily academic routines. While these tools offer unprecedented capabilities in assisting with programming, ideation, and complex research, they simultaneously present substantial ethical dilemmas. It is imperative that we determine how to utilize these technologies responsibly within the higher education ecosystem, ensuring that our academic integrity remains uncompromised. In this module, we will thoroughly examine the realities of AI within the university setting. Our primary objective is to equip our students not only with technical proficiency, but also with the ethical foundation necessary to navigate academic assessments, research endeavors, and collaborative projects in this new era. Allow me briefly outline the structure of today's proceedings. Initially, we will commence with our module, which will explore practical scenarios and establish clear guidelines for the application of AI as university students. Ladies and gentlemen, subsequently, the session will transition to an insightful forum led by our esteemed partners at PKIP Institute. They will expand our discourse to address the broader global ethical challenges of artificial intelligence within modern society. To our participant students, I strongly encourage your active involvement throughout the session. Please utilize the provided platforms to share your perspective and raise critical questions. Cultivating ethical decision making is an ongoing process of scholarly inquiry and careful reflection. We have a comprehensive program ahead of us, and I hope you will find this model both intellectually stimulating and highly beneficial. Let us know official comments with Digital Ethics 101. Thank you, and I shall now return to the floor to our MC.
Thank you, Professor Technologist Tantawati, for the inspiring speech and valuable words shared with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now begin the academic session for today's webinar. Our first session is titled Foundation of AI Ethics in Higher Education and will be presented by Amsha Daniel bin Muhammad Nizam. Without further delay, I would like to invite our first speaker to
Thank you so much, Safa, for that wonderful introduction and for handing the floor over to me. I truly appreciate you setting the tone for today. Your energy really makes all the difference. Good morning, everyone. It is my absolute pleasure to be here with all of you today. My name is Amsha Daniel, and I will be guiding you through our very first session. Before we dive in, I just want to take a moment and appreciate our MC for keeping everything running so smoothly. Thank you again. And of course, a big thank you to each and every one of you for being here and giving us your time and attention. Now, without further ado, let us get started. Once again, welcome everyone to session 1 of our webinar, Foundation of AI Ethics in Higher Education. This session is part of our broader series, Digital Ethics 101, Ethics AI for Higher Education. Over the next 25 to 20 minutes, we are going to lay the groundwork, understanding what AI is, what AI ethic means, and most importantly, what it means for you as a student or educator in university today. Let me start with a simple question. How many of you have used AI tools in the last week? Maybe to help write something, look something up, or just for fun. That is exactly what we are talking about today. As you can see on this slide, AI refers to the ability of machines or computer systems to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. In today's university life, it is not just computer science topic. It is a tool embedded into daily life. For students, this might look like AI to brainstorm ideas for an assignment, the language in an essay, or get help with coding. For a lecturer, it might mean automating admin tasks, generating lectures online, or analyzing student data. And as this slide highlights, AI is important in higher education because it improves efficiency, supports decision making, and sometimes surface insight that we humans might not have thought of on our own. That to me is genuinely exciting. So, to give you a current example, tools like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and Google Gemini are now being used by students at university worldwide for everything from drafting reports to solving coding problems. According to QS Generative AI Pool Survey 2023, 4 out of 5 students globally are already using generative AI using their studies. That is a whopping 80% of students. Here in Malaysia, institutions like UITM and UPM have begun rolling out AI literacy programs precisely because this adoption is happening so fast. That is the landscape we are working in. But with that power also comes great responsibility. And that is exactly what brings us to our next slide. So, what do we actually mean by AI ethics? As you can see on the left panel of this slide, it is a powerful reminder that AI ethics is not just about what students do, but it is also about how educators and institutions respond to that action. They have the responsibility to respond fairly and justly. Then this slide shows us 4 key areas where AI ethics comes into play at university. Let us walk through each one. On the top left, we have teaching and learning. So the main concern here is ensuring students still develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and that access to AI tools remain fair for everyone, not just those who can afford the premium version, but also the normal one. AI should be for everyone. And then on the top right, assessment and academic integrity. This is probably the most talked about right now. It covers preventing misuse of AI in assignments and exams, defining what counts as acceptable AI assistance, and ensuring assessments still genuinely measure what a student knows. A current concern making headlines globally is the use of AI in open book and take-home examination. In 2024, the International Baccalaureate Organization updated its academic integrity policy specifically to address AI, stating that submitting AI-generated work as one's own is a form of academic misconduct. Now, many Malaysian universities are now drafting similar policies. On the bottom left, we have research. Here, AI is increasingly used in academic research, but it comes with risk, bias, misinformation, and privacy issues around research participants and sensitive data. A widely reported case. In June 2023, 2 lawyers in New York were fined 5,000 USD by a federal judge after submitting legal documents containing fake case citation generated by ChatGPT. Citation that sounded real but simply did not exist. This story was reported by the New York Times, CNBC, and Fortune. While that is the legal context, the lesson applies directly to academic research. AI can fabricate convincing sounding references. However, the researcher is always responsible for verification. of that data and research. On the bottom right, we have data and privacy. AI system collects and process personal data. Students need to know what is being gathered, how it used, and how it is protected. This became a major live issue on 31st of March 2023 when Italy's Data Protection Authority temporarily banned ChatGPT, citing violation of the EU GDPR, specifically that OpenAI had no legal basis for collecting and storing personal data for AI training purposes. This story was reported by TechCrunch and Fortune, and this case has been described as the first ban by Western country. On the next news, closer to home, Malaysia Personal Data Protection Act (PDPA) is increasingly relevant as universities adopt AI-powered learning platforms that track students' behavior and performance. Together, these four areas show just how far-reaching AI ethics is. It touches every corner of university life. Here is something I want you to hold on to. Ethical AI is not just about rules and policies. It is about culture. This slide presents four pillars of that said culture. Let me take you through each one. Awareness. The first step is simply knowing, understanding what AI can and cannot do, recognizing that AI makes mistakes, can be biased, and sometimes generates information that sounds convincing, but is completely wrong. This is what we call nation. Awareness means you filter what AI gives you rather than blindly accepting it. A simple real world example, a student asked ChatGPT for the biography of a Malaysian academic. The tool produced a detailed, confident response, complete with fabricated publication lists. None of the journal ever existed. The student submitted it. That is what happens without awareness. On the top right, we have critical thinking. Do not take AI at face value. Always question its output. Verify information from reliable source. Maintain your own independent judgment. AI can be a powerful tool. However, your brain is still the most powerful one in the room. Then digital responsibility. Everyone that is involved, lecturer, students, institution, need to be able to use AI honestly. It is to respect academic integrity. Think of AI as a learning aid. It's help you to brainstorm, organize, and explore. It is not a mean to shortcut that bypasses the learning process altogether. Continuous learning. The ethical landscape around AI is not static. It evolves as the technology evolves. Both students and educators need to commit staying informed and adapting over time. These four pillars together do not create ethical AI users. They create better thinker, researcher, and professionals. Although theory is important, but let us bring this to life. This slide focuses on students and present three real scenarios you might recognize. Writing and assignments on the left card. A student uses AI to generate a full essay and submits it as their own work. So, what's the ethical issues here? It misrepresents their understanding and violates academic integrity. The ethical approach is to use AI to brainstorm, check grammar, or understand a concept, but not to submit AI generated content as their own original work. We have research. A student used AI to summarize research papers and cites the source that AI provided without ever verifying them first. AI tools are known to generate fake references. The ethical approach is to always verify AI suggested sources directly. The student, or in this case the researcher, remain responsible for accuracy. On the right card, we have group work. One group member uses AI to complete their entire portion without telling the group. This creates an unfair distribution of effort. The ethical approach is to be transparent, inform your group and lecture about how AI was used and acknowledge it clearly. We look at the same section, but this time from lecturer perspective, with two important scenarios. Firstly, assessment design. A lecturer continues using the same essay-based assessment without considering that AI can now produce high-quality responses to standard questions. If AI can complete the assessment easily, it no longer accurately measures student learning. So, what's the ethical approach here? Lecturer needs to rethink assessment formats to include personal reflection, in-class elements, or demonstration that AI cannot replicate. Universities like University of Melbourne and outlines and explore ideas, then verify all sources